Yep, looks like we have gone live. I didn't even know what the time is.
9:05.
9:05, blimey, we're early. We're on time today.
And it's
We're just doing a sound check.
Friday the 8th of March 2024.
Friday the 8th of March already. How can this be? Is there anybody there?
I'm just waiting for it to feed through to the...
Just checking on the sounds and letting the feed through go through and all the technical stuff.
Well, it's not raining today.
No, that's pretty splendid. However, it is absolutely freezing cold, that wind.
Temperature's really dropped, hasn't it?
Yep, plummeted, I'd say, plummeted.
Right,
Like my mood.
Talk about yourselves. Still no sign of this broadcast.
Just doing the techno things. I'm not sure about anything, James. Comments will appear here.
Has it gone to the full screen?
Yes, I think so. It's saying live. So
okay. Right. Well, just here we go. Right.
Here we go. Here we go. One quick sound check.
Right. Well, just here we go.
Good morning, gorgeous ones. Simon, thank you, my darling. You have made my morning already. Somebody needed to, and it was you. Thank you, darling. It's nice to see you. Yeah, talking to Nick, I know. But anyway, it was nice for me to think that for a minute you meant me. About time we saw you in person, Symes. All this sort of through the social media is all very well, but anyway, Julie Bowkett is watching. Thank you, Julie. Welcome. So, good morning, everybody. Hello. Welcome to our Friday Live. A little insight into shop life and being a shopkeeper. And how is everybody? How is everybody's energy? How is everybody's mood and life in general? Is it just me that's finding things a little bit treacly-fied, like working through treacle? I think everything feels quite hard at the moment. I don't know whether it's something in the ether or whether it's just life in general.
How do you feel, Nick?
About the same?
About the same, but now we've got to keep battling on. And
yes.
Keep thinking of the good things, positive things, and not bad.
Glasses
well, absolutely, yes. I think the title today is Red Confetti, which we will explain shortly. A little rant, and then trying to stay positive. And I think the little rant is just dealing with life. And sometimes I seem to be able to just breeze through it, and sometimes I just can't.
Well, to be fair, we have had about 6 months for breezing through it, haven't we? So I think we're allowed the occasional little hiccup.
It's only going to be a little hiccup, is it? Just a little hiccup. Yes, well, let's hope so.
She's drinking coffee this week and not
gin.
Not bubbles like last week. When
I was completely hopeless for the rest of the day.
Was written off.
Until I fed her at lunchtime, then she did recuperate a little bit, but only a little bit.
And speaking of being fed, Nick is a feeder, I think it's official. He brought down 3 homemade fish pies for me yesterday to cheer me up, and he knows how much I love homemade fish pie. And I took them home with the intention of having 1 and putting 2 in the freezer. I ate 2 and I put 1 in the freezer. And this morning, my weight, which has been steady, has gone up by 1.5 pounds. So I blame you. Can you see comments, Ginge? Because I can sort of see things popping up on the screen from now and then. But
yes, I can.
Anyway, it was just really to say, yes. I just think that life in general, when you're having to deal with going online or phoning the doctor's surgery, or being told that your call is important and please hold, all our operators are busy at the moment, and then you finally get through to a person and they seem to be quite on it, and then they say, well, we'll send you an email to confirm, and your email doesn't come through, and you know that you will have to go back on and do and press all the buttons to get the right choice. And quite honestly, sometimes it just so depletes my energy that I think I can't play anymore. I don't want to be an adult anymore. I want somebody to tell me I have to go to bed at 8 o'clock and to make me a cup of cocoa and read me a story. And I don't want to have to deal with being a grown-up anymore, because I think it's got too bloody hard. And for all those people that think I'm relatively sorted, because I think from the outside I look like I am, you know, I can talk the talk, I can do the do, and I show up, and I have been extremely positive since Christmas. I just want you to know that there are times when I drive to work and I sit in my van in my parking space out the back for half an hour, even though I've come in especially early to do jobs, and I think to myself, I can't go in. I just can't go in today. I can't go in. And I have this inner dialogue with myself because I get the fears. I call it the fears, where I'm just that sort of bit anxious and I can't quite make myself come in. And it's all stupid because the minute I come in and I crack on with the job, I'm fine again. So it's self-persecution. And I don't know why I do it. I don't know why it happens, but it does. So for anybody out there who's also facing their demons and has to make calls to the Inland Revenue or to Vodafone or to who are the TV people, Virgin Media, and you have to go through all that mental torture of doing it all, I'm with you. I totally get it. And so I think it's okay if now and again we have days where we are just complete, I'm going to call it mungers for want of a better word, where I literally sometimes just get frozen with the fear and I spend the morning or the day sitting at home achieving very little and knowing that if I went for a walk, that would be a positive thing to do, but not even being able to make myself do that. So when that happens, I just go with it now. And Nick has got used to it and he's marvellous. He steps into the breach and he sorts everything out in the shop. And I usually come out of it quite quickly. So I don't know why I'm telling you this. I don't know why. I didn't plan to, but that's what happened.
Is this a therapy session? My name is Simon. I'm an addicted to hummus.
I think I am as well, Simon.
Do you think the hummus works?
I just think we should just get it all over our faces and just go with it, be kids for a little while. Anyway, enough ranting. The red confetti bit is just, we'll show you in a minute, the whole showroom looks so funny. But we're doing a 20% off sale and it is just yesterday, tomorrow and today. Yes, today and tomorrow. Got these the wrong way round, but anyway. And we've been pretty ruthless and we've decided to just have a bit of a clear out and make way for new stuff. So if you want to come in and grab a bargain, we have pretty much covered most things with the red labels and they will be coming off on Sunday night. So this is the one and only opportunity to come in and get this 20% off things. We have also had some new stock in, which we will show you. Not loads, but some. And of course, it came in late last night, so I won't be able to tell you the prices, but I can
Julie's
show
saying,
you.
good morning.
Julie.
What you're saying, would Trev said spent many hours talking to Virgin Media.
Yes, absolutely. And Jules, I think you're up in London with your cousins, and if you're having a great time, fantastic. And if you're back, I hope you had a great time. But yes, it's enough to make you eat your children, I think. And I haven't got any children, and it's probably just as well.
I'll eat my children then.
So
can I ask you a question?
You're going to ask me a question. Oh,
so,
God.
Would you be happy without the shop?
No, I wouldn't be happy without the shop. I'd be happier without all the aggro that social media and being online was supposed to help us with, because quite honestly, it doesn't. I just want to speak to a human being. I want to be able to make a phone call, get straight through, deal with the problem, and have somebody at the other end take responsibility and be accountable. Not too much to ask.
Why do you say that's social media? That's not social media. That's phoning up companies.
Yes, but I think the whole thing about being online and having to go online can be extremely wearing, especially if it's not particularly your bag. And sometimes I think to myself when I go online to do things like, let's say, with the Inland Revenue, and I get to a page and I think I'm stuck now, I don't know what to do next. And I think, how am I even supposed to know? I wasn't at school when they had computers. How am I supposed to know?
So Fiona LP is saying, bless you, Fee, I think it's one of those days. The winter's been going on and it's definitely has taken its toll. It's upwards and onwards from now on.
Yes,
and
bless you.
Julie's saying, home now, had a great time.
Good, thank you. Well, I know that people get it. I know they understand. And I think anybody in business, particularly at the moment, it's hard. It's very hard. and we are trying to be positive all the time, keeping going, keeping going, keeping going. And sometimes you just think, do you know what? I'm done. I'm not done. I will keep going. But that's how I feel some of the time. And this week was a challenging week. Anyway, on a plus point, Nick and I did go out for a treat. We went to Newbury. We went to the most beautiful house, Druitt's, the auction people, to see Drew Pritchard's private collection being sold off. And it was just really very, very lovely. It was food for the soul. It was also interesting to see what things were going through, what things weren't, whether they were making their reserves or not, as the case may be. And there weren't as many people in there as I expected. I thought it would be absolutely rammed with people, but it really wasn't, was it?
No.
Lots of people bidding online. Lots of people from America. Not so many people, I think, from the UK, which is also indicative of sign of the times, I suppose. But actually, it was very nice just to be in somebody else's environment and having a jolly. And then we stopped and had sandwiches, a coffee and a bag of crisps in the van at the service station on the way back, and paid an exorbitant price for fuel on the motorway because I got caught short and needed to buy some fuel. Put £15 worth in. Oh my God. I think it was £1.77 a litre. Just a rip-off. And that really annoys me. So I'm obviously in a very grumpy mood at the moment. Anyway, I'm sorry, people. It's the way it was. And I promise to do better next week. So, shall we start by showing you some of the new bits that have come in?
I've got to get out of my chair.
Not quite. I'll hold them up.
Oh, good.
But we will need to get you to get up and walk around and show everybody the red labels in a minute. So I thought I'd start with this. Let me just pick this up. This is a shelf. It has the hanging holes on the back. It's beautiful, isn't it? Mm. And this was the most gaudy gold. I mean, it wasn't even a nice gold. It was a gaudy gold. And I gave this to Sophie, our little work experience lass, who, bless her heart, still comes in and graces us with her company, which we love. And I said to her, look, I want you to paint this using creme de la creme, and then I want you to use a mixture of defining wax and browning wax to get in there and sort of show up all the detail. And I think she's done an absolutely beautiful job. So that's one of the things that we'll need to put on the system today. And I would imagine that will grace somebody's home quite quickly. We've also had these. We always do well with these. They're called the Russian dolls or Matroska sets, I think they are, aren't they? Matroska, I'm never quite sure. And this one's got 7. Earlier, this 8. It's got 8 in it, has it? Oh gosh, that's a lot. This morning was so squeaky, and then Nick came in and he's rubbed candle wax around them, and now they go on and off very nicely. It's got markings on the bottom. They're all different, the dolls inside. Really, really nice. So we will be putting that one on sometime during the day. But if anybody likes these and wants to have them on their shelf, I always found them fascinating as a child, and I still do. Then we've had this little thing in. I might need you to get up, Ginge, but we're all right for a minute. This is a little dinky, extremely heavy. What's that wood called? It's that sort of, not African wood, but it's Indian hardwood, yeah. But these are just great little drawers. I'll take one out just to show you. And I think that would be lovely for trinkets or for spices, or to have it in the kitchen just for knick-knacky news. Just think it's lovely.
Pammy's saying, good morning,
Morning, Pam. Pammy, if you just joined us, I'm glad you didn't hear my rant earlier and my negativity. I was being terribly negative. Not like me, I know, but I was. But I'm all right now. I'm all right. Got it off my chest. So then we've got, just a fairly ordinary blue and white pot and planter. These just look fantastic, planted up with little hyacinth bulbs and things in them. It's got a hole in the bottom, so easy to do.
Simon's asking how much is the box?
The box with the drawers in, don't know. Got it in late last night, haven't priced it. Same old story, bloody rubbish at giving out information. It just all happens late at night and I can't do with it.
Don't come to this video for facts.
Don't come to this video for facts, no, that's true. This has come in just nice as a planter, actually. I can see that filled with plots of busy lizzies.
£10.
£10, yeah, in your dreams, signs. £10 a drawer, maybe, and it's got multiple drawers. This I thought was interesting. This is misery cord. What's that?
Pammy's saying, Happy International Women's Day, Fifi. Positivity rules.
Yay. I should have known that before, shouldn't I? And then I wouldn't have dared to be so neg. So, yeah, positivity. Come on, women. Us women who are running our own businesses, getting up at the crack of dawn, driving miles in the wind, the rain, the dark, and trying to source all these different things and doing the do. Well done, us, for actually just keeping going. So, thanks, Pammy. 34.95. This is a misery cord. We found this out yesterday because a lovely customer came in and he told us. And apparently it would have been on the underside. It's a replica from Exeter University. No, Exeter Cathedral. And it would have been in the choir stalls on the seats that flip up. And so when they were tired from standing up, they could put their chair up and they'd have this little ledge that they could park their bum on. And it would look like they were still standing, but they would have a bit of support. And this has got your sort of elephant, but it's got the most weird feet, almost as if the feet don't belong to the animal. Oh, it's Dan.
No, Patty, no, Patty.
Come back.
Sorry about the noise, everybody.
That was lovely Dan, who is our going to be new physiotherapist in Wotton. Can't wait. So then we have one of these. I don't know, Ginger, whether we should be getting you to get up. I don't know. I'll just have to do one of these things, like one of these.
I'm not going to get paid, am I?
This isn't, you don't get paid. You get a whole load of nothing, don't you, Ginger?
I get paid nothing, less than nothing.
So this is just a pedestal, absolutely nothing significant about it. I'll hold it that way. But actually, I thought if this was painted using the Frenchic Alfresco Matcha, which is the most gorgeous green, I thought that'd be rather lovely with a nice green plant on it, which can trail down over it and stand in the corner of the room. You're going to turn it around, are you? Fantastic. And then one more new thing in is this, which has been made into a big candle holder. Now, obviously, that's a squitty little candle. You'd need the bigger pillar candle on that, which I don't have. So I just put that on to show you. But it's got a spike, so your candle will stay on it. It is actually very stable. It's just our floors, which are completely cronky, aren't they? Yeah. They really are. But I think it might have been an old billiard table leg once upon a time. But I just like it. I do know the price of that. That's going on at £35. Right, so if we do without the candle, because that's one of our scented candles, which is actually £10.50 and smells of rosemary and thyme when it burns. It really does smell delicious. Right, so the rest of it is just scanning to show people the red confetti. It looks like we've had a sort of a bomb go off in here. Everything with a red label is 20% off. And there may have been a few bits that I've missed. So, for example, this 3-seater sofa here, which I think is so elegant and would look lovely at the bottom of the bed or on a landing. It's on for £9.50 at the moment. It's all completely reupholstered, all in the correct way, and that has got 20% off. I should be able to do that in my head, but I can't. 10% would be £95, so it's nearly £200 off. It's a bloody steal. Lots of things. This little Gothic bedside table or table that you could have under the stairs or in the lounge with a lamp on it would look amazing painted. I just don't have time. That's on for £54.95, 20% off that. This stool, which is actually rather ingenious, I think. It was in fact once upon a time a wooden drawer front. It's got the sort of the brass pull that you would have pulled out on a filing cabinet, and the sides, the legs are made from the drawer sides. Bit different, bit nice. This beautiful cabinet in there, proper rosewood, is it? Rosewood cabinet with the key. We've painted the inside actually in pale blue, which really lifts it, and that's got 20% off as well. We'll just walk. I'm fed up of talking. I'm just talking scribble and nonsense. Where's my coffee gone? Here it is. So we'll show you. Just scan, Ginger. Just scan. Everything's covered with red labels. Look at it when you stand here and do a bit of a slow go round. How red everything is. And I'm going to be very strict about it. It is all coming down on Sunday, and we will revert back. But I'm just trying to make a bit of space and to get some cash in to pay the VAT. Love the VAT. Super for small businesses, not. Little bistro set isn't in the sale, but the great big mirror behind us is that lovely big French mirror, which is on for £195, and it's 20% off that. Wish I was good at sums, but I'm not. I can do it slowly, but not quick enough to tell you all what it is. This one, the label's gone down the back, but there's 20% off that. If Simons is watching, I'm sure he'll be taking great interest in all the discounty bits. The hanging basket stand has been sold. That's going in the back of my van today, Nick. That's got to be loaded and taken home for them to collect from my house. We had some nice pots in yesterday. These aren't in the sale, actually. They need to go outside today. I did put a price on them, but I don't know what's happened to it. Here it is. Those are £6.95 each, or £18 for the 3. Really good quality pots. Originally, they had a label in there with a little string thing with a proper little medallion thing in it. They are really good quality.
Simon says, I fainted with shock.
Yes, I'm sure, Symes. I nearly did as well. I really nearly did. So the new stuff isn't included, but we've got this lovely garden mirror here, £144.95, 20% off. These lovely corbels there, they've got 20% off, and they're great with a nice big chunky one of those multi-wick candles on the top, and let the wax go down. 20% off, 20% off. This has been sold. That hasn't got a label on saying it's 20% off. That's got a label on it saying sold. That's waiting for the new person to come and pick it up. But the pictures at the back, the ones that look like the enamel signs, 20% off. Going to be very boring, just 20% off, 20% off. That's all I can say, 20% off. So even this shelf, which is actually very good at showing the Frenchic hack for painting beams. If you've got beams in your house and they're heavy and they're dark and you really don't like that feeling above your head and you want to lighten them up, then everybody is using the Frenchic hack, which basically means you're painting the wood with your creme de la creme from the lazy range and then using the browning wax over the top, which settles in all the sort of the knobbly bits and gives you this really lovely mellow effect. Absolutely gorgeous. Now that complete shelf is on for £160, but guess what, 20% off. And I did think that if you had a wall with a very simple fireplace hole, that would be rather nice put over the top of the fireplace, just to sort of, so you'd have your hole for your fire in here. And I just think that would look rather nice on a wall, or you could have a sort of a fake one. The wardrobe here is only on for £94.95 to start with, and these look fantastic painted up. 20% off. Pretty much everything on the shelves here, 20% off. We haven't included group, but we might need to at some stage, Ginge. We've got the beautiful ginger jars down here, which I think actually I'm going to take up to the malt house. But look at those. They are just the most gorgeous ginger jars. I'll just get one out so people can see. Solid, heavy, beautiful, crackle glazed, lid comes off. And they are currently on for £155 each, or the pair for £295, 20% off. Anybody getting the message yet, do you think? 20% off, 20% off. Walking sticks, these are on for £28.95. We could do a price for the whole lot, including the stand, because I think the stand's rather good with it as well, but 20% off. So the pictures, I didn't buy this picture for the picture. You would probably guess that, even though you can vaguely see that there is a picture in there. But the frame, which is beautifully weathered and would look lovely made into a mirror, actually, with fox glass. That's on for £44.95 with 20% off. The picture up here, the lion, this lovely little food cover. Love this. It's even got a little hook on it so you can hang it on a wall. How pretty is that? I think these are lovely. Make great little cheese covers. That's on £46.95, 20% off. The frame, £45.95, 20% off. So there we go, folks. That's pretty much it. There are some garden bits outside as well. You have got Paddy's lead there, which we can show you.
I'm not going outside. It's too cold.
With only be 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I just want to show some chairs. We have got a set of chairs down in the room, which I didn't point out, but there's a set of really nice chairs. People who watch regularly, you'll know the ones. They're like an animal print, but in an orange and cream fabric. Excellent condition. They're in the sale as well. Just look at all the labels in here. The lovely Nordic clock, which works beautifully. It's on for £249.95, which is already a steal. That's got 20% off. They're going to put that on my headstone, aren't they? 20% off. Right, and then out into the cold. It is sunny, thank God, and it's not raining, so I am grateful for small mercies. So our chair here, our Glastonbury chair, big solid chair. This would look lovely in a garden room or a conservatory, I think. It's on for 185, discounted. He's discounted with his lovely 6-pack. The chair isn't. That's relatively new stock. These are not discounted, and there are two prices. One is for the plant rack with the pots, the 9 pots, and the other price is for it with all the plants in. I put herbs in, but you could put flowers, whatever takes your fancy. These aren't in the sale. Is there anything else in the sale? Just the door stands stocks. I think that's it. Oh, mind your back, Ginge. Mind your back. Thanks, my lovely. Sorry, taking up all the pavement. Yeah, the lovely brass, not brass, what's this? Copper trough. It's on for £144.95. A lovely vintage trough with the wooden handles on the side. 20% off. Right, that's it. That's it. Oh. One quick thing as well, we wanted to just tell everybody, Ginge, I'll let Ginge do this. We have a collection box here, which we collect money for the Ukraine effort. And Ginge took it all home and counted it all out. And, well, you tell them what you did.
£70, so thank you everybody for that. It's amazing. And we've also collected the out-of-date first aid kits and medical supplies for the front line for Ukraine. So you can drop things into the shop, or you can get in touch via Fifi and I can collect, or Carol Ann collects down in the Wotton coffee shop down the road. So thank you to everybody who's dropped stuff in. It's quite surprising how much stuff people have left over that they don't need anymore. So it all gets gratefully accepted, and I receive lots of videos of them holding up the goods that we've sent, saying thank you so much. So thank you everybody. We must make them win this war.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. I promise next week I'll be back on it big time. I am on it, but you know, just had a bit of a couple of degrees down, wasn't I, Nick? But get your big stick out and beat me. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good week.
Have a good week. Lots and lots of love. Take care.
Next week. Bye.
Bye.